Hey, thanks for dropping by to the Planners on Purpose podcast, created by Naomi Tucker, CMP. Now, this space is for the event planners to encourage and empower you so that you can fully live your life on purpose. So before we dig in, please take a moment to subscribe so you get future shows. Now, here she comes, your host, Naomi.
Well, hello everyone, this is Naomi. So excited to be here for another episode of the Planners on Purpose podcast. And thank you so much for being here. I know that you have to take time out of your day in order to press play and press download. So I'm so excited that you have done that. And today's episode, I believe is going to be a good one. I wanted to talk a bit about staying present during the holiday season or during holiday gatherings. It's so important for us as we try to foster meaningful relationships with others and really just trying to balance the scales of our lives that when we do go to holiday gatherings with others, that we want to be present, that we want to get the most out of our experiences, right? So I have 5 tips for you to help you to do just that. And some inspiration for this episode really came from a Friendsgiving that I had with a few of my friends. Here at my home, it was really great. It ended up being a great turnout, lots of food. I probably have more leftovers as we were trying to split up who got the apple pie to take home and who got the pumpkin pie. It was great to be able to just connect with friends and learn more about what's going on into their lives and seeing how I can help and support them. And yeah, just being with them. It was just wonderful. And I think that it's great because we all have our set of friends and family and people in our lives that just make our lives better. And being able to stay present and to really get the most out of that experience is just really key. So that's why I wanted to share some tips with you that will help you be more present during this holiday season as you're going to all those fun, fancy holiday gatherings. My first tip for you is to just be grateful for the time away. We're coming up into a season where employers give time off for the holidays. Keeping in mind there are all different types of events that go on all the time throughout the year and all the way through the holiday season. There is this time that we do get for different holidays. So whether it's by way of our employer giving us that time off or because things seem to be a little bit slower for us that we're able to take some time, it's important for us to be grateful for the time that we do get to spend with our friends and our family. If you do get time away, it's awesome to be able to have that day that didn't have to come out of your PTO to be able to spend time with your friends and family. So my first tip is be grateful for that time away. Try to get yourself in a space of gratefulness as you are coming on that time where you're getting to spend with your friends and family. And getting yourself in that mindset can definitely help you to have just a really great experience. So we want to make sure that we definitely have that attitude of gratitude going into the season and the time that you're going to have with your family and your friends. The second tip I have for you is before going to an event, prepare yourself. And I just say prepare yourself mentally, making sure that you know the people that are going to be there, making sure that you know, if that person is going to be there and we all know who that person is, you probably want to make sure that you're in a totally different room from that person. I don't know, but prepare yourself so that you know how you need to show up when going to a particular event. And of course, if you need to bring anything, make sure that you're adequately prepared, that you're not putting too many time constraints on yourself with preparing things. If you need to bring a dish or if you're bringing a gift, make sure that you're doing that within enough time, because then that just alleviates the stress that's put on you as you're going into this day. So we want this to be kind of a relaxing time for you, that it's not anything that brings about frustration, that you're able to kind of show up with gratefulness, be very prepared. And going into number 3, being without distraction. And how do we be without distraction? We would just have to make sure that our phones are off, perhaps slip our phones in our purses or in our pockets, and make sure that we're not really looking at it all the time. Staying present with the people that are in the room. And many times, in order to make sure that we can stay present, we need to make sure that we are preparing in advance for us not to be getting emails, and that we're not getting notifications, and that we're not necessarily getting these random texts from people that really aren't necessarily in the room. So making sure that we are preparing all that ahead of time, so that when you are in the spaces of gathering with people that that you are with, that they are going to be meaningful and going to be focused, and that you will be present. So number 4, as you're being present with your friends and your family, have great quality conversations. This is an opportunity that you're able to just go deep with some people and to be able to just connect in a deeper way than what the weather is going to be. And I'm sure that there's not people that you're able to connect with that, like on that level all of the time. But when you're at these type of gatherings, it's nice to just really go deeper with one person. Just pick one person, like, I have not talked to my cousin in a really long time. So while I'm here, I want to really sit down and talk to her, see what's going on in her life, things like that. So make sure that you have quality conversation and not necessarily always be tied up into making sure you say hi to everybody, although, it's important to make sure you're visible and you're saying hello, but have a deeper level of a connection if you can, because that really helps kind of fuel you and also can help that other person as well. And then my last tip for you is just make sure that you don't take on too much. Sometimes during the holiday, we can take on a lot. We can commit to a lot of different events and commit to bringing so many different things. And before we know it, we are in a point where we're overwhelmed very quickly during the holidays at a time where we're supposed to be having some time off. How does that happen? Make sure that we're just not taking on too much during the holidays so that we can avoid being kind of burnt out during your time off, which is something we do not want to be doing. So I really hope that those tips were some quick tips to help as we're going into a holiday season. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for listening. I look forward to being with you on the next episode. And until next time, please stay on purpose.
Well, that wraps it up for this episode. If you enjoyed the conversation, hit the like button and tell us how much you enjoyed the show by leaving a message in the comments. Thanks for listening, and we'll see you next time.